Hello everyone! Today I want to invite you to a fun video. As you can see, I have a bunch of... I recently saw a video, as usual, where a person was fascinated by this brand, these watercolors. I actually love it too. I actually did not try prior to this video how much the colors of QOR brand pushing other brands. So I will be trying this for the first time. I know that they are running like hell if you do it in clean water, for example. Yeah, I have here some clean water. This is the just clean water in my paper. This is 100% cotton, 250 grams. It's slightly thinner sketchbook. Pyrrole red dip and quinacridone magenta from QOR, those two colors. So I will be using them. The red one. I have a red. You see this red. It's so deep. Yeah, well. And if I touch, it should run like hell. Oh, and you can see it's running, it's pushing the water, and it's so beautiful. I love that effect. I'm sorry, I'm mesmerized by that. I can do just putting the pigment to the paper and watching how it moves in the water. So that's the core, how it behaves on its own in clear water. The video I watched showed that it pushes the colors of a different brand because it contains some component which other brands does not put into their colors. So this blue and this red is white nights. I have tubes here, those tubes, so blue and ruby. So I will be using them. This orange is Zanellia red orange. This is, by the way, QOR. This one, the gold one, quinacridone gold deep. I love this one. I love this autumn color. Let's say. Anyway, so I will try to do my own experiment how pushy the color is. I also want to prove a theory. I know that most of the time, if you have slightly drier paper, it's still damp, but you put a lot of water, more liquid pigment, let's say, the liquidish pigment will push the drier area. I want to try if this is the case. So, for example, right now, here, almost dry, but I want to try if I put more liquid. I have here blue, I will make it more liquid, and I put it here. Will it run? Yeah, my theory is correct. You could see how it did not spread as much as QOR would do, but it still pushed the QOR pigment around because I had much more water in my brush than the paper had here. That's proving the theory that the liquider paint will push the QOR paint if it is drier. Now I want to try a different thing. I have here a blue, right, from White Nights. So blue here, and I will make similar liquid QOR. I will stick to pyrrole red. It's similarly liquid, and we'll see if the magic will happen. Yeah, oh my god, it does happening. I love it. Okay, let's try similar liquid quinacridone gold. Will it push? No, it does not push. It behaves similar. So the QOR is the cool color. I got it. I like it. But before I got QOR, I had my Schminke big set with ONETZ in it. I got curious, I googled what it is, and I have a theory that it performs similar to QOR, but you can mix it with any other brand. Let's check my theory. Here is my ox gall I have here. I will put it back, but believe me, I will try it. I will use magenta from Schminke. So we have clean water here. This is going to be magenta from Schminke. If I put, it spreads. It spreads quite nicely, right? So, yeah, okay. Maybe I don't need it. And from the other side, I will try magenta from QOR. And magenta, quinacridone magenta from QOR. It runs, to my opinion, pretty much the same. I don't know, it does not prove anything, it just what it is. Now I want to... This is the brush I'm using for the paints. This is the brush I am going to use for picking up the ox gall. I got some container to liquefy the ox gall. I'll put some more. I don't know how much. I never used it. I saw how it is used. So, and it's supposed to give more running ability to the paint. But I'm going to use the same. I'm going to use magenta from Schminke. So this is how it runs without ox gall. And what if I put it on the other side into ox gall? Something like that. It does not let it run. Why? It's supposed to run like crazy. Do I have much pigment? Okay, let me try again. I will try to put ox gall into one of the spots into my palette, and I put the pigment there. Now I have pigment diluted in the water with the ox gall. Oh, yeah, I guess here I have kinda too much pigment and it did not run, but look at that. Beat that QOR. Now I'm going to do both magentas, one from Schminke, one from QOR, but from Schminke I will use the one which I add ox gall into. So this is magenta with ox gall. And it's running, look, it's spreading. This quinacridone magenta from QOR. This magenta does not run that greatly. Why? I don't know. I'm just experimenting. Alright, let's do the experiment with some other brand, right? I'll put some clean water here. Here is this orange. I will make a pool of it. It's running very well. I like it. And from the other hand, I want to use the quinacridone gold dip from QOR, which is running crazy too. I want to bring some Saturn rod to this ox gall. I have a pool of Saturn rod in here. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that. It's going over the whole thing. Yeah, it's still going. And let's try QOR. I'm sorry QOR, but I think you lose to ox gall mixture. It's a pool, you see, it's very liquid. Come here. Why you don't? Please run. I'm helping you. No, it does not spread that much. It spread a lot on its own. Got it. That's cool. I love it. But this is ox gall. Look how even it spreads. Look how even it is. This is magenta from Schminke with the ox gall. And it spreads evenly over the almost whole patch of water on the paper. This is quinacridone magenta in the opposite side. It spreads okay, but not that much. I tested a little bit more of quinacridone Gold Deep from QOR on its own, and it's running quite good. That concludes my experiment, and I want to continue testing the colors in actual painting. Let's do experiment in this sketchbook. I fast forwarded the next part where I was painting Aurora. I basically dropped a bunch of different colors in the middle where the light should be, and I framed it with indigo color from Schminke, and everything in the middle has ox gall, or it's a core color that's supposed to run.
An aurora, also commonly known as polar light or northern lights, is a natural light display in Earth's sky, predominantly seen in high latitude regions around the Arctic and Antarctic. So yeah, that's what I kind of tried to paint. You can see it's mostly greenish yellow, but I put all of colors I wanted just to.
That's my Aurora. What can I say? Let's wait till it's dry and we'll see how it will look after the dry. Alright, my Aurora is dry. It was a nice experiment. The experiment was about how the watercolors from QOR behaving with other brands and how it can be achieved with ox gall. I have pen from Schminke. This is the result of the experiment. This was the experiment how the watercolors from QOR pushing other pigments, other watercolors. That was the experiment how the watercolors run on the clear water. From the left side of this patch, it's just Schminke magenta. And from the right side of this patch, it's quinacridone magenta from QOR. Right now, when it is dry, I can see how QOR magenta is better distributed. This is basically similar to this one. This patch is similar to this one, but I made a pool of Schminke magenta in the ox gall, and I dropped it here. And it ran, and it almost instantly ran into the whole patch, almost the whole patch, and was distributed amazingly even. I'm telling you, this is my first time I'm using ox gall as an experiment. Learn watercolors tips and tricks with me. And this is quinacridone magenta, similar, without any ox gall, without its on its own. And this is the same. Ox gall does the amazing thing with the watercolor pigment. Look how smooth it is. I will be using it now, from now on, when I need the even wash. I bring the pigment into that ox gall. So this is a pigment that I diluted into the ox gall pool. I liked it, and I learned something new today, and I tried something new today. Every day something new. And this is my small Aurora. I put a lot of water. It pushed the pigments around. I love those organic shapes. It actually reminds me of fractals. They do similar branches. That's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you are encouraged to experiment with your watercolors. You see, I have a lot of watercolors and I have a lot to experiment with. I have a bunch of paper. I'm keep getting new things. It allows me to do some experiments. And please, if you enjoy doing experiments, literally nobody stopping you from get a brush, put it into water, put it into pigment, and draw the line, and put more water, put different pigment, and enjoy the process. And who knows, maybe it will be a masterpiece at some point. Thank you for watching my stream of thoughts. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will come back to me in the next video. I have no idea what's going to be, but it's going to be next video for sure. Bye bye!